What's up, you ninjas? Let me clear my throat. So, yo, I'll tell you about this thing real quick. Annoys me. Can't stand double standards in Japanese, right? Or not Japanese, in Japan. And there could be double standards around every country. And so when I talk about double standards, I mean a foreigner doing something and then Japanese people having something to say about it. Like, oh, that's not Japanese. That's not how we do it in Japan. But then if a Japanese person does the same thing, no one says a damn thing. Like, well, you can't see my face, but imagine what face I'm making. So anyways, I was walking to the gym. This happened a little while ago. Walking to the gym early in the morning, and I got ready. I got stuck at a red light, right? So, contrary to popular belief, though Japanese people are believed to not cross against the light, which is very true. They don't. Many don't, but a lot of people do cross against red lights, right? So I was at a red light. It was early in the morning, and there were no cars. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been here for 6 years. When there's a red light and there are 0 cars, I do not like to stand and just look around and wait for a green light because there are no cars. It's safe to go, especially if I'm sure when I look that I can't see any cars. So whatever. So I'm standing there. My arms are already getting tired. So I'm standing there, tired from holding the camera. So anyways, I'm standing there, and there's some young high school boys, and they were next to me at the light. So I'm like, forget, I'm crossing. So I cross the light against the red light because no cars, and I just hear them kind of snicker in the back and say something, and I hear them say, in English, Japanese culture. So I turn around looking at them, you little mother. First of all, y'all dudes don't even know about Japan. Y'all know Japanese food. Y'all know the traditions. Y'all know the festivals more than I do. I'll give you that. But like in terms of how real adult life and how Japan really is at the end of the day, I'm sure there are things that I know about Japan that they won't even know, especially if they're high school kids. Even though I've only been here for 6 years, because I've been thrown in to certain parts of the Japanese life and seeing a lot of the truth about it. Y'all kids don't know about how many people out here cheating on each other, husband and wives, all this other stuff. Probably one of your mamas. Oh, I said it. Or fathers. Could be any of them. Y'all don't know. There's a bunch of stuff, right? So I'm like, whatever, suckers. So I'm like, whatever. So I keep going. And I was like, I should say something to them, but and his friend hit him in Japanese because they would have thought, oh yeah, I'm sure they thought I wouldn't understand Japanese anyway. So whatever. So they end up kind of catching up to me, right? As we're walking. For some reason, I forget. We end up being next to each other. Maybe because I couldn't cross at another light, so which is fine. It happens. So I'm like looking at them. You know what happens as we're like in a similar position or similar, standing around the same area? There's a Japanese woman that crosses across against a light on another street in front of us. These Japanese Negroes ain't say, oh, Japanese culture. They ain't say nothing. You know what they said? Nothing. What's the jokes? I hate when people do that. I'm sure it happens in America, and if you're living in America, or if you have an experience of living in another country and seeing that double standard where you do something that a national of that country does, and people can just try to get on you or say, oh, you're not respecting this country's rules. Well, please tell me about it. Because I can only speak about my life in Japan and living as a foreigner here. But I do hate that. I've got to turn back around because I need to actually go this way. But yeah, it was just really annoying. I hate when that happens. It's so stupid. Let me see if I can switch my... Oh, good. Whew. This arm is getting tired. But yeah, that was really annoying. It happens. It's going to happen. Whatever. There are a lot of things you do, and they're like, oh, Japanese people don't do that. Oh, dating. I love it. It's always really funny when you're dating and you make a certain move on a girl, and they'll say, oh, that's not very Japanese culture. Like, if you invite a girl to your house, that's what's funny. Invite a girl that you're not in a relationship with, like actual boyfriend, girlfriend. Invite her to your house, but you're interested, but you guys are talking, and say, oh yeah, come over. Some of them will say, oh, but we Japanese, we don't do that. Oh, we don't spend the night at people's house. Girls will say, oh, it's not, we don't You don't spend a night at a guy's house if they're not a boyfriend, or you don't go by their houses if they're not a boyfriend. I used to believe this, and then I hung around Japanese people. I learned Japanese people. I realized that's BS. Because trust me, many of them do. Many of them do. So that's why I hate when they say that. And they'll look at you. I really hate that they say that, not because they don't mean, you know, they may feel uncomfortable, because it makes it sound like I'm doing something because I'm a foreigner. So, like, especially in dating, if you want to see a lot of contradictions in what people believe Japanese people don't do, go to a bar. Because almost everything that a girl will tell you, oh, Japanese, we don't do this, or we don't, when talking to people in terms of dating or flirting, go to a bar. All of them do it. And the girls go, so anyways, I gotta go. That's all. I didn't expect the video to be this long, but it is what it is. Anyways, guys, Blue Ninja, ninjaing it up, and yeah, sorry, looking at the light, make sure I don't get hit. As I, guess what? As I jaywalk, as I cross against the light, yeah, you see, crossing, you can't really see. Anyways, all right, Blue Ninja. Catch you guys later. Like, share, subscribe, because I'm losing subs for some reason. I think they're just getting deleted. Stupid YouTube. Anyways, whatever.